big part of the show. We're on in 10 seconds, so get ready to have a good time.
Hi, this is your captain speaking. Welcome aboard. Please fasten your seatbelts, sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight.
All right, welcome. The Puerto Rican doorbell has gone off. The War of the World's Horns and the GarrForce cocktail show is underway. We like to think of this as a cocktail cathedral because we worship spirits, not the kind in the Bible, the kind that you drink. And I can't do any drinking until we officially go wheels up. And that happens when I kick the tires, light them up, Ryan. And then that other sequence has to happen on Fridays. Leslie removes the cat from her lap.
The fire's burning on those tires because that's the only way we're going to stay alive in all of this.
Okay. Yeah. Dead of winter. Dead of winter.
Nothing better than a good sight gig, everybody. Oh,
yeah. Did your furnace go out
there? No, luckily. And I learned that it is okay for it to run nonstop sometimes. It's better to run nonstop than not to run at all. But
why would you have to turn it off at all during the winter? I mean, during this run.
No, because when it cycles and you can hear the fan running nonstop, even when it's not using the blower. And I was starting to freak out over that. But then I was told by an HVAC guy that, don't worry, that's just fine. It can do that for periods.
Okay.
And then it actually shut off for a while today when the sun came out.
Oh, God. We're going to get into this in just a minute because I have some programming notes to talk about that could be affected by the weather. You're going to you got the cat off?
I got the cat off.
All right.
But she has been cuddling a lot, like both of them. And I think, yeah, we love you and all that, but we want your heat.
Yes. Here we go. 3, 2. Oh. Straight up.
It took a moment, but
straight up.
I got a nice decoy. It was on
I thought
sale.
it had gone and you were still doing it, and now it's up in the air. Okay.
We got to get these comments out of context and just start playing them on the podcast.
That's what previous producer Alan did. He would take stuff and make us sound like we're dirty talking all the time.
So cheers, everybody.
Cheers, because it is brutal out there through most of the country. And before we get to Dieter and Jenna, I have some programming notes. First of all, we got to do Keely Ann, otherwise we don't start, really. My schnauzer licked the pole. Now it's stuck on it.
Yep.
Yeah. Thank you, Keely. Yeah.
Where is everybody? I went out. I was doing some shopping today. Like, is it possible just to hunker down for a week and a half? Is that what we can expect? Is this like pandemic number 2?
The way people are running and buying stuff, it's as if we're in the 18th century and they don't have snow plows, they don't have anything, and you're miles from the grocery store. This is insanity. The panic that we go through for no reason most of the time is what's going on.
Ryan sent us pictures from his local grocery store where the meat aisle was wiped out entirely.
Yes, so is the soda aisle.
And the soda is gone.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Screw the bread and milk. Let's go for
the bread and milk,
pop.
not the soda and meat. Bread and milk. But the fact is, weather has been weaponized like every other thing from the news people because they need us to be glued to their little thing. And this way, oh my God, what's going to happen? And then people, the whole toilet paper thing during the pandemic, nobody can still explain that to this day of why that happened.
There are people who still have cases of toilet paper and paper towels in their garages, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
6 years later.
What's wrong with us? Okay, Leslie, programming stuff. The pre-board was just posted a few minutes ago. And Ryan, do you want to tell people why?
I don't have any reason other than it didn't go. So I had to pull it down and redo it. So
it's there now.
Blame it on the cold. It's there as of probably 15 minutes ago.
Oh, so there's an update to one of the stories I teased. We're breaking news. By the way, it's cold out there.
We have a Dean Martin song attached to it. So if you want to go back, it's not like a Perry Mason episode where if you don't hear the pre-board, you won't understand this.
People are already listening to it, so the counters are going up. So
okay, good.
Oh,
Okay.
who is this Perry Mason you speak of, by the way?
Well, I'm watching that now for comfort. Black and white comforts me. Any black and white television comforts me. And
to me, I do what you do. I end up on IMDb going, and she's dead, and she's dead, and he's dead, and they're dead. And yeah,
they're just about all dead on these shows. But you try to push that aside while you're watching. And somebody said that when the Andy Griffith show went to color, it lost all of the fizz that it had with, well, Don Knotts had left too. So that was a big minus. But anyway, black and white television, comfort. I highly recommend it. I do a double beaver every morning. And right now I can't do that because MeTV has blocked on my system because they're negotiating. There are 3 channels that have been taken out: NBC, MeTV, another cable channel. So
the only ones you watch. Okay, great.
So here's the thing. I have to travel in the next few days. 230 million people, according to the news, are under severe weather for the coming days. I'm going to try to go because my mother is in hospice, so I have to travel. I don't really have a choice, so I'm going to travel, and we'll see what happens. What I'm saying is to you premium members, please be patient this week, because right now everything should be okay for the Tuesday show, but it's Friday, and a lot of stuff's going to happen. Plus, Tuesday, I have to start prepping for my colonoscopy on Wednesday. So even if all the travel goes donkey, I'm going to collide right into that. So the next 5-6 days.
So you're not doing any kind of prepping right now, except that you don't eat.
Not for the show, not for my colonoscopy, nothing, no prep. That's
okay.
It. No,
because I wouldn't want those worlds to collide where
no.
you end up on a plane and
all
of a sudden.
No. You know my policy about flying. No solids 36 hours before wheels up.
Okay, that's good.
On a regular schedule, let alone a colonoscopy schedule, no, there's no way. No. Now, I don't know when the last time.
It would have been cool if you had finished the colonoscopy, because then if they wanted to do a body cavity search, I mean, it would have been.
Wow, you like to tie in. That's nice. That's the last time I was through TSA this past summer, 2 TSA agents, I think they violated me.
They kind of did.
They did. I mean, one guy had his hands all over me.
Did you pay extra for that?
And then he wasn't satisfied, so he called another guy over, and these 2 guys were doing the Roxbury on me.
It's where we learn the term swamp crotch.
Yes, I didn't think I had it, but there was something on the screen, and
other people who actually have swamp crotch have gotten stopped because the X-ray machines they use are somehow thrown off by moisture down there.
Or is it this, Leslie? Because now that I think about it, all the stuff we've been talking about that I've been experiencing, my picture's up everywhere. Screw it, this guy. He's a knucklehead.
Yeah.
Everywhere I go, something happens where wah, wah.
Well, like you said, if everything goes smoothly, you don't have material for the show. So
I might have a lot of material in the coming days, because I just think. I mean, have you seen the weather charts across the country? I mean, it's all crazy.
Oh yeah, and for those of you who are in the lower middle part of the nation, ice storms, up to a foot of snow, all the other fun things going on. It's called winter, but you know.
Well, I know, and there's nothing I can do when you have somebody in hospice, the window. But here's the thing. Leslie's mother was in hospice. Tell us the story quickly.
They put my mom into hospice, said, looks like, we're in there. Hospice, generally, we're talking patients who probably have less than a year to live. My mom lived for another 8.
8 years.
Yeah, she flunked out of hospice. At about the 6-month mark, they went, you know what?
Yeah.
Call us when you're ready.
But how do you can't gauge that? I mean, when they go to that step, that's usually the step. That's it. So
in the same way, nobody's going to tell you how much time you have left. Doctors are wise to say, doctor, how much time you have? 3 weeks, 3 months. They don't bother to tell you that. They have their own assumptions, but they're not going to tell you specifics.
Yeah. Okay. Well, what are you going to do? So anyway, please have patience. If I don't get to tape the show for Tuesday, we'll get that show on at some point, but I'm just a little nervous with all that's going to be happening at the same time.
Wow. Oh, buddy, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, hey, this is what we go through with elderly parents. I mean, here's the thing.
And you got two going right now.
Mother-in-law is 100 and in not hospice, but she's 100. So it's
serious care.
It's all colliding. It's just, woo. Okay. And I know a lot of people go through this that listen to this program because they'll email me when we talk about this. And we all know what you're going through. Leslie went through it with her husband a few years ago. And he was
2.5 years now. Yep.
He was in his 60s. So, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's the cycle of life. I understand it, but boy, it's something to behold when you go through it.
I like William's idea. Today's giveaway, #colonoscopy.
Done. Ryan, just lock it in. We're going to do it.
You can start.
I'll work on the spelling of it now while we're, yes.
That's what I figured. We'd give you some time, but yes.
Yeah, done. Okay. All right. Let's kind of lighten the load here with our first guest. Got a good one for you today with both of our guests. I mean, you can't lose with Jenna and her monthly drink. And our friend Dieter, Academy Award winner. Look at him in Lake Geneva, Wisconsin. Dieter.
Hey, everybody. How you all doing today? Staying
good.
Warm?
No. Dieter has won an Academy Award for, is it special effects? Is that the category?
For scientific and technical achievement for the motion picture industry.
And he makes snow for movies, TV shows, commercials better than anybody.
Yeah, we've been doing that for over 40 years now.
Wow. That's how I met Dieter, making snow, and we've become friends over the years. And if you want an example of Dieter's work, we always go to this, the movie Fargo. Tell us what you did in Fargo.
Oh my gosh. Fargo was one of those interesting movies. We were up in Minneapolis and Minnesota filming it, and there wasn't a whole lot of snow, quite honestly. And of course, it's a snow movie. And so I would say about half that motion picture is all man-made snow. And we had to do a lot of snowmaking with, we had Steve Buscemi there. We had William Macy there, Peter Stormare. I mean, it was crazy. It was a fun cast. The Coen brothers directing. So yeah, we were making snow everywhere. I think the hardest place still to date on that movie was when we were up on 6 stories up on the parking garage at the airport. So we're up on the roof, and this area is like about a 5-acre plot, and there was not one flake of snow up there. And it was like, we couldn't get big trucks or anything up through the parking structure. So we had to actually, from the ground up, 6 stories up, run high pressure water from the ground level and air compressors that we brought up to the top. And we had like 5 acres we had to cover overnight. And the snow guns, the weather was just not cooperating, and we were freezing hoses. It was like 0 degrees out, but it was just so humid still, surprisingly, that the snow was very minimal. And it was not until probably about 3 o'clock in the morning when all of a sudden everything started working. But we had like about maybe 6 or 8 frozen hoses already. We were sticking them in, warm little rooms up on the roof. It was kind of a hell night, quite honestly. And,
well, it looks beautiful. That's the scene where, first of all, Buscemi goes and steals a license plate. But
yep, the
good scene of that parking lot is when Buscemi shoots the father-in-law of William.
Yep, in the face.
Yeah, Macy, yeah.
In the jaw there, yeah.
Right.
I'm not there, It was.
But here's what Dieter told us last time, the scene where Buscemi's in the wood chipper, they couldn't get the thing to shake, so it visually would have some heft. So Dieter's on the ground shaking it in that scene.
Yeah, there was actually no engine in that chipper. There was no engine there. Yvonne, my wife, and she's also a special effects coordinator. She all of a sudden got the job. Hey, we need the blood and guts. So she had to make like 250-gallon barrels of all this red blood gook. She had everything from red Hawaiian punch to Gainsburgers in there. I mean, you name it. It was something. And then I'm sitting on the ground and my arms are wrapped around the wood chipper and the camera's right above my head with a leg sticking out of it. And I'm just shaking it like this as they're doing all the sound effects, and he's trying to jam it in there and stuff. Yeah.
Who got that prop leg? I would have loved to have had that prop leg.
I know.
That's cool.
Movie magic.
Yes. Well, let me start with this picture. Well, we've already started, but let's throw this picture in right now because last week we showed you. Is that a real raccoon? Is that AI?
That's Tater Tot.
That's a real raccoon.
That's Tater Tot.
Is it real?
I'm not saying it's Tater Tot.
Well, wait, because when I saw the photo, I thought, sure, this is for real because we've seen your back porch and the 25 raccoons that come for dinner generally. But I saw a video.
Yeah.
When Tater Tot jumps from your arms and starts dancing.
Yeah, the Macarena.
Okay, so it's fake.
What's real? What's not?
Fake.
All of it.
Right.
Okay.
All right. You got me.
But we showed that video of all those raccoons on your back deck. We don't have that, do we, Ryan?
Those are real.
No, I don't have that.
Yeah, those are real. I mean, there were dozens, and you're still doing that?
Yeah, they come around. I mean, we're an easy target for, free food. And Yvonne's the one that kind of got it going, and then both of us.
With the Gainsburgers and the Hawaiian punch. That's where.
Yeah, but you know what? They're really cool raccoons. It's like everybody thinks that they're, rabid and they're going to jump on your head. And these guys are like fun. It's like you open a door and they're all like, hey. In fact, they come up right to the back door and they stand up on their legs and they just kind of on the glass in the window. Hey, how's it going? Where are you guys? They're fun.
Well, you say it's an easy target because you put food out. That's why it's easy. They know.
Yeah, we're suckers. Yeah.
But they are rabid, and you just figure because you've been nice to them, they're wild animals. And we've had these stories. The lion trainers that have trained the same lion for 10 years, and then the lion goes, you know what? I got to act like a lion and kill you.
You got to be nice to them. That's the bottom line.
Okay. All right.
Well, Siegfried and Roy were very nice to their tigers, but still, when they get tired of working.
Let's hope it doesn't go that way.
Let's talk about AI. How has it affected your core business?
Pretty interesting stuff going on. Here's a cool story. So, AI has been taking over quite a bit in the production industry. And of course, a lot of the things that we've been doing for the last 40 years is now being replaced by AI. Do I like it? No. Do I have a choice? No, because it's very, dollar driven by the studios and the productions. They want whatever they want, but they want it as low cost as possible. And of course, doing it live action, there's certain costs all involved in doing that. But now if it's a matter of, I could take a few buttons and a few prompts and click, 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 and come up with something even close to it, that's good enough for them. I mean, I think, we kind of lost a lot of the art, to a lot of this stuff because it does look kind of fake or vanilla in a lot of senses. But then in the same sense, with technology as it's moving forward so rapidly that it's getting better and better and better every month, every quarter, there's going to be a point where you just really honestly can't even clearly tell what's real and what's not real with the production. Also, too, a lot of countries have pushed a lot of their film production incentives. So a lot have moved out of the United States to go shoot in Bulgaria or Czechoslovakia. England's pretty hot right now. So
Canada.
There's a lot of things. Canada, all those things are taking place in the industry. But I'm one of these guys where it's like, okay, let's move with progress. Let's move with technology. I'm not one of these guys to stick my head in the sand. So over the last 2 years, I've been really trying to learn AI. I mean, I'm an old guy, and it's maybe takes me a little longer to try to comprehend some of this stuff. But I'm pretty excited. We built this studio that I'm in right now. It's called Teleport AI Studios, right here in Lake Geneva, Wisconsin. And I'm really excited to say that we just broke loose with starting our brand new production, our first major project called Snow Sharks. And it's not going to be a movie that you see in the theater. It's not going to be something you see like on Netflix. It's going to be vertical. And everybody's like, vertical? And it's like, well, the new thing these days is watching small mini dramas or micro series in a vertical format. And trust me on this, it's going to be a big deal coming up here in 2026.
Why don't we have some clips?
Yeah.
So
would you want to start with, Dieter? Which one do you?
I don't even remember what I said.
Okay. Well, okay. Hang on.
We'll play them and talk about them.
I know it's just you and me out here, and you snow sharks love to eat Cheetos.
So how long are each episode?
So each episode is going to be about 2 minutes in length, and we're scheduled right now with our script to do 50 episodes for the first season.
And you sold these already?
We're in the process. We actually have several platforms right now interested in hosting it, and I think it'll be in quite a number of different platforms. There's Real Shorts, there's Drama Box, there's quite a few out there. In fact, actually, this is how hot it is. Bill Block, he was the CEO of Miramax Productions and Studios. He just started his own vertical platform called Gamma Time, and he just got $14 million in seed funding to get that off the ground. I know that Netflix and even Disney Plus are jumping into the vertical arena this year also. So a lot of these are all shot live action still, but in a vertical form. My studio and my project, we're taking it one step further technology-wise. So we're kind of really in the forefront of this. Is Snow Sharks will be 100% produced AI. So we'll never be on a location. All of the characters are designed by me. I've spent countless hours creating the stars of the show. And we have a group called Creator Wood in San Francisco that's going to be doing all the rendering for us. So it's really exciting. Where it's going to go, I don't know. But I got to tell you a quick backstory on this. You're from Chicago, and the Chicago Tribune. There's a comic strip, Mr. Boffo. He's usually on the front page. He's been in the Sunday Chicago Tribune for ages. In the Sun Times was Willie and Ethel, cartoon strips. So Joe Martin, he's the creative behind that. He's actually in the Guinness World Record book for the world's most prolific cartoonist. He's done over 50,000 cartoon strips, right? And So he and I wrote Snow Sharks, get this, 30 years ago. We spent 1 year at McDonald's in Lake Geneva writing Snow Sharks. We tried selling it back then, and everybody loved it, but it was too expensive to produce because of all the shark fins and all the visual effects that had to be put into the movie to make it right. So
this definitely preceded Sharknado. I mean, by over a decade.
Well, I started Snow Sharks actually back in the late 1970s, mid 70s in Milwaukee. When I worked in radio with Larry the Legend. He was the morning DJ at WZUU, and I was the promotions director. And I came up with this whole Snow Sharks idea when we had kind of a blizzard and storm. Larry ran with it. It was huge. It became a real big thing. And we came up with snow shark repellent, and we had snow shark decoys, fins that you would strap on your dog and then throw them in the snow as a decoy. So the fin would be going and you can run the other way while the sharks chase him. And, we had the snow shark tracking station, all these great things. But basically everything got shelved, put into a file cabinet. And it was only until this last summer that I read an article about taking line drawings, sketches, and turning them into dimensional images using AI. And all of a sudden I thought, we had a page, Joe's son, Jade, did some drawings and renderings of snow sharks in the script just as references. And I thought, I wonder if I could do something with that. So I literally dug it out of a file cabinet and brushed off the dust and flipped through the pages, found that page, took my iPhone, clicked some pictures, and ran it through. And all of a sudden it's like, whoa, look at all these crazy images. Wow. And within 2 weeks, I put together a movie trailer for this for pennies. And that trailer probably would have cost $300,000-$400,000 to produce. So
all right, we've got some more clips. Let's play some more.
Yeah, here's the short one, and then we'll do the long movie trailer, and then there's that musky one too you sent me.
Oh, the musky, yeah.
It sure looks like these snow sharks are hungry, right?
So those are all AI people.
Yeah, that's Amy, Mike, and Honda. So Amy and Mike are the lead stars, and Honda's the Eskimo that actually traveled with the snow sharks and reveals why they're there.
All right. What else do we have?
I'll do the trailer. We'll do the trailer here. Hang on.
Beneath the frozen silence of Earth's oldest ice, something ancient stirs. Once rulers of a forgotten world of snow, now awakened by the blizzard of the millennium. They are snow sharks. And they're headed straight to Hayward, Wisconsin.
Hey, snow sharks!
A missile without a nuclear warhead is like kissing your sister.
Mike, a small-town mechanic, and Amy, his no-nonsense boss with a secret past, have history, heart, and one insane idea. With help from a legendary engineer and a mystic from the north, they'll uncover a secret. But as national attention grows, so do the stakes. A love triangle, a town divided, and a species fighting for survival. In a war of snow, steel, and survival, they'll have to choose profit or preservation. From the depths of Earth's forgotten past comes a battle for its future. Coming this winter, brace yourself for what's beneath the snow.
You're the new James Cameron.
I was just watching a thing about James Cameron on it's a series where I forget the name of it, where you watch all these videos of all these really, high-end people. I think it's called, I'm not sure exactly. It's just all these really cool people talking and giving their classes. I think it's master class, it's called, right? And James Cameron says, hey, if you got a camera, you're a director. And I'm thinking, well, we could expand on that. If you got a computer, you're a director too, right? So that's how my little, and that trailer was a test. The things that we have coming out are even way better. That was last July already.
That narrator's AI?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The music is AI.
Jesus.
And,
I mean, it is fascinating, but it's frightening too, right?
Well, and I understand. Look, a lot of people are losing work from this stuff. I get it. I mean, I'm one of them. I got pushed out, right? I mean, I don't have, the working opportunities, that we had in past anymore and stuff. You have to adapt to progress. I mean, I kind of feel in a sense that this is like the time where analog and digital kind of collided and the world changed, because it wasn't just only in the film industry when everything changed, but also, I mean, in, manufacturing and automation and everything else. Digital just changed the world. And I think AI, we're at one of those passing points too. So this is, my little sliver of the world of, how AI is working. And I'm, it's kind of like, can't beat them, join them.
But this technology, and we've been talking about this on the program, Leslie and I have this conversation often, this technology seems to be obliterating more jobs than it's giving back. That's the part that I find frightening.
I agree. I think that, I think everybody's still trying to figure this whole thing out. I mean, it's been happening so rapidly. And I mean, every, week we're sitting around here going, what's all even going on here? I mean, we're just trying to even wrap our brains around this stuff and where it's going to be like in 6 months or a year from now. I mean, just go back a year, how everything is advanced just in 1 year. I mean, it's
Hallmark
crazy.
is already figuring that they can put out 4 movies a day.
Yeah.
And they'll be able to not have to move the Christmas trees around. They'll just make them using artificial intelligence.
Yeah.
But now,
well, and then
with
and
this
then
though,
be
isn't
cloning,
there like a
they'll clone Garry, and Garry will be sitting in his lounge chair watching, Beverly Hillbillies, and the show will be going on with AI and interaction. And,
okay. That's why Matthew McConaughey is trademarking his image and
his face
and his phraseologies and everything else, trying to protect whatever.
Well, he has to.
We have one more here if you want to.
Leslie, you want to make a comment before we play this other clip?
No, go ahead and do that.
Okay, we'll play this and then
this is the last one.
Looking for a splash of excitement in Wisconsin? Dive into Muskie Encounters, where these freshwater legends make waves of fun.
This summer, trade palm trees for pine trees and meet Wisconsin's wildest swimmers at Muskie Encounters.
Whoa! That's a big one!
I cannot believe I'm petting a muskie.
Watch them leap, twirl, and even jump through hoops.
Was that a real place?
That's my new idea.
There was just a big muskie convention here in the Chicago area, and very well attended. So I think a muskie encounter might be next.
We're doing snow sharks up in Hayward, Wisconsin, so it's appropriate, and I could have a little side business up there.
So pet a muskie. Okay, wow.
Right?
I mean, you're right. You can put your head in the sand, but even that, you can have AI put your head in the sand. You don't have to do it yourself.
Well, from a creative standpoint, this is like a playground for me. I mean, because virtually anything I could think of, I can turn it into something now, where cost is really no factor. It's just a matter of time. And still, you have to understand too that it still has to be directed by a human, right? A human still has to fine tune all the prompting, still has to decide, the edits and the cuts and the feelings and the emotions and the action and, all of that. Plus also the writing. You could sit there and say, well, AI will write all this. Well, still it's going to be fine tuned by a human. So I think we're still in play.
Now, I have a question. Was it your decision to make these super short format, or do you see that being the way things are going? Because younger people especially have the attention spans of gnats.
Yeah, great question. I mean, actually, Quilly actually started this ages ago and was like way ahead of its time. And what has really kind of sparked the explosion of this new medium of entertainment is actually from China. And they were doing now the last few years what they call vertical micro dramas. And they were really pretty they were real soap opera-y, I mean, but
like telenovela kind of things.
Yeah. I mean, very cheaply produced, but good stories. But a lot of it was real, like the billionaire who got the babysitter pregnant and blah blah blah. That type of wild, soap opera stuff. But if you want to look at numbers, last year in China, the micro drama industry, the box office revenues, the tickets, the box office was $3.4 billion with a B, $billion. So here in the States, all the studios and networks and streamers going, whoa, those are some real numbers there. So they're jumping on board. I mean, you're going to see a lot of this starting this year. Mark my word.
All right, Dieter, always a pleasure. And we want more raccoon footage and not AI.
Come on, tater tots are cool, raccoon.
I didn't see the dancing tater tot. I got to see that.
It's up on my Facebook.
Okay. Dieter Sturm, Facebook, if you want to see the dancing raccoon. All right, Dieter, continued good luck with everything.
Garry, Leslie, thanks, everybody. Thank you. Good seeing you. Stay warm, stay safe.
Yeah, if you don't have to go out, don't. I don't know why you would.
Bundle up, yeah.
Bundle up, yeah, okay.
The only problem with all of this is how many servers are going to have to be running at any given time. So while it's going to warm us briefly, we're going to have to start building like nuclear power plants.
Right.
Just to support this whole system.
The energy, yes, needed for this is massive.
Yikes.
All right. You want to set the giveaway table right now so we don't get too far behind, and then we can talk to Jenna.
And I've already got it entered, and there's been 3 people that have already entered, so we're all good. So
hashtag colonoscopy.
There you go.
Right.
Got us our favorite house bands. Oh yes, and Bon Journey. Here's your Bon Journey t-shirt, along with some other Oh Yes and Bon Journey gear, including a sticker, a bracelet, and some special edition Brian Sheridan sunglasses. And you do need that when it's snowing. You can see the snow sharks.
X-ray specs, yep.
Let's see what else. Oh, from Leslie, the other Leslie Dose, we've got a cute little butterfly pin, a bracelet. We've got, who was it? Was it Greg, I think? Got us the little Asian paratroopers. Leslie also has adult fidget spinners. This one's called an orbital ring. We've got ball lickers.
Leslie gives us stuff, and Tracy gives us stuff.
Tracy from Wisconsin. Yes. We've got some fortune-telling fish. I found this. I had it tucked off to the side, but there you go. That's how you end up with snow sharks.
Nice.
Isn't that cool? It's a little metal sign that you can have. Ellen Delinka provides our refrigerator magnets. And finally, the prize that started it all, your very own wine condom.
I'm going to tease next week a giveaway item for premium members. Brian, you want to put the picture up? George Bliss, our Buddy Bear liaison and tech advisor,
give me a second here,
has given us a replica of the Cubs championship ring to give away.
Pretty.
And that will be next week to a premium member. All right.
There you go.
That's a lot easier to mail than that giant winter coat. Did you send that out already?
I did. And actually, it didn't cost me as much as I thought. So that was cool.
And whomever won that, boy, talk about timing.
Oh, yeah.
Jeez.
That'll keep you toasty.
Perfect. All right. You want to take care of sponsors, Ryan? You call it.
Yep. Let's do that. Let's get
just
that
quickly,
done. Don't worry about it.
Find people that have helped us along the way in addition to the premium members. Oh, like and subscribe to this, please. This right now, like and subscribe. And then American Elm Apartments, new ownership, new management, 1 and 2 bedroom apartments. Look at how nice they're all fixed up, close to the train. And if you'd like to schedule a showing, there's a number here. Is that up on the screen?
Yep, I'm
there it is, 773-205-8300 to schedule a showing and mention the Gary Meier Show as the promo code. Get a free month right out of the chute free of rent. All right. And what's next, Ryan? You tell me. Team Hochberg. Yeah. Mortgage rates seem to be the lowest they've been in 3 years. David will refi, hopefully with you. We'll do a free consultation. Call those numbers. Licensed in 43 states. He's a good guy. Saves money. Buddy Bear car washes are all over the Chicago area and now the suburban area to get the goo off. It might be too cold this weekend, but boy, after winter does a number on you, you got to get that crud off. And Ryan lives in Waukesha, Wisconsin, so he doesn't have access as easily. So he's rented a heated garage to get the goo off of his car.
I have.
Yeah.
And we need it. It was pretty bad.
Yeah. And oh, yes, and Bon Journey provide all the music you hear on the program. They're starting to kick in again with their playing. End of the month, I believe Bon Journey is playing. If you want to find out where, bonjourney.com, ohyesband.com. And they are extremely good in person to see and on this show when we feature them. So we need a drink. Who better to give us one than this woman right here? She's on every month, Jenna Duddleston.
Hello, guys.
Hey.
Hello.
How's the year gone so far? You said earlier to us that you just took your Christmas decorations down today.
I did. I took them down Tuesday. So
today, Tuesday, Monday, Thursday,
Tuesday,
Wednesday.
potato. It was just like I'm like, Jen, I think it's time. Like we can take the tree down. So yeah, I'll tell you this. It's been a busier January than I had anticipated in a good way. But I think most of the times we're so used to like January is a little bit chiller. It's a little bit more relaxed. And then, this crazy thing happened where the Chicago Bears made it into the playoffs and everyone cared and we won and then we lost. But it was fun to, kind of have something to do in January when, I feel like historically January tends to be like the chillest, quietest month of the year, just especially if you live north because it's too cold to really do anything. So it was fun.
Well, football is the country's key sport. I mean, it's the most lucrative and it's so condensed because there are so few games compared to the other sports. And it's in the fall and winter when you're right. Most of us in these northern climates are at home going, I can't go out. I don't want to go out. Got football. And were you busier, meaning at the family bar?
Yeah. So, as a bartender, I know that I don't make money in January. So
because
everyone's people have no joke. Like people don't go out in January. People have maxed out their credit cards in December. So they're not going out in January. And I think because everyone in December kind of is on like overdrive where there's this holiday party and this relatives in town and that friends in town that like you're constantly on the go, that in January people tend to do nothing but stay at home and kind of like recharge and reset themselves. And so as a bartender, I know I'm not making money. So it's like part of the way that I save money of like, I have money backed up in January because I'm not going to make money in January. And for the first time, and I couldn't tell you how long, I'm like, oh, I've made I've made way more money than I thought because of how well they've done. So like, not only is the Bears winning good for everyone, it was like really good for small businesses who like people just weren't prepared for it because we're not used to this.
Winning.
Yeah, we're not.
Yeah.
We're not.
Yeah, and that's good. It's called Shinnick's Pub. It's on the near south side of Chicago. It's called Bridgeport. The area is called Bridgeport. What's the address for people who might want to drop by?
3758 South Union. It is on a corner. So if you're at the ballpark, at Sox Park, we are just southwest of it by like a few blocks. So it's a nice stumble on back to the pub after hopefully a White Sox win.
Well,
hopefully.
Okay. They can only, we said that last year. They can only go up, but they haven't yet. Wow.
Still early. We'll see.
So what's your drink this month?
So my drink this month was, because it's so cold today, I just thought there's nothing that warms the soul like an old fashioned. And I know I've made it before, but it just seemed correct. Like,
hey,
it
wait,
seemed
before,
like the
I'm
right
sorry,
option.
before you go on, because Peter told us before we went on about a drink, and you were riffing with him about some bacon.
Fat washing.
What is it?
It's called fat washing. So you can fat wash drinks at home. I'd say the two big ones to fat wash would be like vodka and any type of whiskey bourbon. So if you were to do a whiskey, you could fat wash it in bacon. You basically take the grease from the bacon, add it into a container with your liquor, and then you basically let it sit in the fridge for like 48 hours. And then when you take it out, it's going to have that like film on top from the fat, and you just drain it out and it goes down like butter. We did this at the one restaurant I worked at. We had an extra virgin olive oil martini. I'm not a martini person. Your girl is not a martini fan. I would have had 20 of these. It was that good. You fat wash it with olive oil. We had, I think rosemary was the other like thing in it. So it was like, I'm not kidding you when I say velvet. Like, it is dangerous how good this is. But do not drink this if you're someone who's counting calories, because I can't imagine that it's good for you. So I know it tastes good, but I know it's not good for you.
And he had some other bacon Manhattan he was talking about. Is he still around? If he wants to pop back on, I don't know if he stayed, but that sounded good. And
Leslie's
talking about, she went and saw a smoked, and I had that smoked. Here he is. That bacon Manhattan you were talking about, right?
No, bacon infused old fashioned.
Yeah.
Yeah. With bourbon.
Leslie had the smoked Manhattan.
Smoked Manhattan. Yeah. Two of my friends ordered that at dinner the other night, and it's just a lovely presentation, and a lot less dangerous than that story we had about the guy with the liquid nitrogen who ended up burning his throat out, because you just got to be careful with that stuff.
All right, so these are all good drinks. That smoked Manhattan, though, that I had for the first time last July at Matt's Barn on the 4th of July, that Brian made, I had 2 of them. I was in heaven.
Yeah, they're so good.
They are.
It's
Thanks,
so good.
Dieter. Keep the bacon coming.
Keep the bacon coming. So
and you're doing an old-fashioned?
We're just doing an old-fashioned today. It's cold. You need something that's gonna, warm the soul today. So, and honestly, this was like what I had in my house, because I was one of those people that didn't go to the grocery store. So I was like, what do we have in the fridge that we can use? And we had all the ingredients. So we're doing that. So first thing is, you're going to take some simple syrup, and we're going to make this in a beaker. I like to kind of stir it up and then pour it over. Obviously, you can do it right in and then stir it in. But again, going back to presentation, I think you drink with your eyes first. So that's really important. We're going to do 1/2 ounce of simple syrup. I have 2 types of bitters today. So I have regular bitters. I'll do 2 dashes. And then I also have orange bitters. So I thought that would be fun to just do a mixture of the 2 of them and see how that goes. And then we're going to do
chemistry.
It is. It's a lot of fun. It's the only chemistry I would have liked in class as a kid. And then we're going to do, I'm actually doing rye whiskey. I'm a big fan of High West. I think their stuff is delicious. Obviously, use whatever you would like. And we're going to do 2 ounces of that guy. All right. Take our ice, pour it in, and then we're just going to stir this up. And you basically want to stir this until the glass feels cold, because that means that the drink is going to be cold. The other thing you can do, and I would suggest doing this because, again, like, if you're going to make one of these at home, I think it's fun to, like, make it, just give yourself the whole presentation of it, right? I actually got this for Christmas as a gag gift, which was the best. We did one of those, like, secrets, not even, what are the
white elephants?
Santa's? Yeah, white elephants. Thank you. And so I got this, and it's basically where you freeze. It's like a, I guess it's supposed to be a ball. It's half of a ball. But we're going to put that in. I don't know why it didn't.
I got one of those last Christmas, and I found the filling up of the vessel there kind of difficult. There's only a little hole there to put the water in, so it's tough.
Well, it's better than nothing. All right, so we're going to do that. We're going to strain it. Okay. Beautiful. Yeah, I'm going to have to make this with bacon fat washed. I bet that would be really delicious. And then take a little orange. We're going to give ourselves an orange peel. And again, this is where, like, I wish I had like a super high intense camera, but probably not, because you guys don't need to see the pores on my face. But take your peel, and you just want to squirt it like at the rim, because you're going to get all of the juices from the skin of the orange. And it's kind of going back to that, like, you're going to taste it first. You're going to smell it first. And because, Garry, I know you. We have to.
Luxardo cherries.
But it only feels right when I'm on the show to pull out my secret stash of Luxardo cherries, which I don't share with anyone. Just know that.
Oh, thank you.
I don't like to share them, but with you guys, I'm always going to.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen,
well, cheers.
Perfect
cheers.
How lovely is that?
Warm the soul.
You are the James Cameron of mixology.
It's so good.
By the way, he just left the United States and he's moved to New Zealand. So bye-bye, James.
Who said that?
Who said that? It's in the news.
Oh, then it must be true.
It's true. Although, these days with AI, I can't believe anything I'm telling you. But let's go with
I'll tell you this from what Dieter said. I am one of those people who watches the short dramas.
Oh yeah?
Really?
Yeah, I have. It's kind of been like, when reality television started and no one wanted to admit that they were like watching the Kardashians or like that terrible like reality show like Jersey Shore. Mm-hmm. But then you're like, but I love it. That's kind of how I felt with the short dramas. Like, they're so in my algorithm now where I'm like, okay, I'll watch it, click. I'm like, okay, I'll watch it, click.
And is that part of it, is the fact that you're not investing a whole lot of time?
No, because what's crazy is I've watched one that was like an hour long. But because you're like, they're quick and then it scrolls to the next one for you, it doesn't feel like you're watching for an hour, even though I just sat there for an hour. And the way that these people do it, and I've had to like cut back on it, honestly, because they have a few payment options. And the payment options are like, you can pay like a 1-year fee to watch as many as you want, which I'm like, I'm not doing that because it's expensive. Or they're like, you can pay in coins. You can watch like free advertisements to watch. Or you like, so the payments are crazy. And I've paid probably more than I care to admit for some short dramas. But it's a thing. And like, there was even a joke at was it the Golden Globes? I think it was the Golden Globes. And one of the actors
you're the one who watched those.
No, I didn't watch it. I saw the short. I saw the short of it. But it's the actress in The Bear who plays, she's like the main actress, his assistant. Yeah. And she was like, and maybe you've watched Sinners, or maybe you've watched, 176 parts of it on your TikTok algorithm, because that's what people do now, is like they cut everything down because they know you're gonna like, I don't know what it is, but like you just need to scroll for some reason. Like, it's messed up,
They're
but you do.
So inside our heads. And then I mean, this is where I see the toddlers, and they're just feverishly scrolling. So they know how to get you.
Are you still doing TMZ?
Still doing TMZ, working on, I've been so busy. I haven't been able to go on this month. I feel terrible, but just like things have been so crazy that like the dates, what they can do and what I can't do, like hasn't aligned. And I feel really bad. So hopefully we get something in February down. But right now we're just like waiting. I am doing something really cool this week. I do a podcast with DePaul for their athletics, and we're doing the Big East road trip tomorrow at Wintrust Arena. So that'll be fun. The men's team just beat Marquette last week, like historic win. And so there's been a lot of like really good momentum for that team and that program that they haven't had in a long time. And that's my alma mater. So it's fun to always be back, kind of back where all of this started. Like a lot of what I'm doing now started at DePaul. So it's very cool to go back. So I'll be there tomorrow. They're playing Seton Hall.
And before you go, tell us about the Marshall Fields thing that is framed behind you.
So my sister is an artist. She has a site called Thomas Hart, Hart. And this is from her Chicago collection, and it says Marshall Fields deserved better. And I love the coloring and the simplicity of it, and I think it's so beautiful. So
that's the clock that still hangs at their location in Chicago.
Yeah, we need to bring Marshall Fields back.
That they kept the clock.
The clock, it's just, it's so beautiful, like Marshall Fields is Chicago, and it's not Macy's, that's for sure.
Well,
no,
it's progress. Okay, that's what they're saying.
Trying.
Right. Thanks, Jenna. We'll see you in February.
Thanks, guys.
Okay, Jenna Duddleston. All right, Leslie, you want to do your stories, and then we'll give stuff away.
So, as I said, right before the show, I was teasing the fact that hang on here. That Lululemon was having trouble with their new line of leggings. Yeah. So after temporarily halting some online sales of their new line of leggings, Lululemon today has put them back on the market. Last week, the athletic apparel company halted sales of their new Get Low collection after buyers complained that the fabric used in them was totally see-through. After considering that customer feedback, the folks at Lululemon are choosing to make some changes, not to the actual leggings, but rather to their product education information. In other words, they're telling customers now to buy bigger sizes. And they're also suggesting that the Get Low leggings should be paired with skin tone seamless underwear. Lululemon founder Chip Wilson, who has been at odds with the current management, calls these guidelines a new low for the company, blaming the board for its lack of experience in creative businesses and uninvolvement in product development.
Okay.
So it's not us, it's you, is pretty much what they're saying.
They're leggings meaning pants, or
like
I think of leggings that pull up to your knee or something.
No, like these, just what you would wear to the gym. Not what you would wear to the gym, because of course you like wearing those little tight shorts.
Right.
But so they're only see-through if you're a fatty and you're wearing leggings that are too small. So just get some bigger leggings is pretty much what they're telling. But they're all skin tight,
right? For the most part?
Well, that's the whole idea.
No matter what size.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
And then how many of you are sitting on those seamless nude underpants too? So totally what you want with those leggings. Anyway.
It's like those tennis ones from that lady's book. What were those?
Right. Oh, the tennis, the satin tennis panties. Is that what it is? From the 14,000 things? Yeah.
An American model's attempt to have a Crocodile Dundee experience in the Australian outback ended abruptly when she was eaten by a crocodile. 24-year-old Ginger Meadows and her friend Jane Burchett set off on a luxury boat tour of King's Cascade near the city of Darwin.
Top of the hour, news, weather, traffic, and sports back in 15.
So there's some nominative determinism here in the fact that this is happening near Darwin. This waterfall that also happens to be home to a number of large crocodiles is quite the tourist destination. Despite being warned of the danger, the two women decided to take a dip in the pool at the base of the falls. Moments later, a 12-foot-long crocodile snapped up Ms. Meadows and took her under. What was left of her was recovered the following day on what would have been her 25th birthday.
And they had that little plastic bin like in Jaws, the remains. And Dreyfus pulls the, it's one of those things they use to collect dirty dishes at a restaurant.
Right.
Yeah.
What the busboys carry around. Well, here's the unfortunate continuation of the story. They put her remains in a body bag and were getting it out of the area on I guess a low profile boat. And then crocodiles were trying to jump into the boat to get the body bag out. And so
okay, now that's just rude. Okay, Crocs, that's just rude. Now, these two women, they used to feed these crocodiles on their back deck because they seem friendly.
Exactly. There's an AI short called Crocodile Huntress coming out very soon. And you can hold your phone this way. But okay, so here's the thing. I do watch movies on my phone now and then. Like if I'm in a doctor's office or having can't you just pivot? I mean, rotate the screen? Isn't that a much better?
Okay. Now you're just poking holes in what is a new industry. Okay. Just let it go.
Like you, I ask questions. That's all.
All right. Okay.
Oh, well.
All right. Let's push the button, Ryan. Give stuff away. What do you say? Here we go. Hashtag colonoscopy. All right, William. All right, Ryan, tell what?
It was William who suggested hashtag colonoscopy. So how did that work out for you? Ooh, there's vortex warnings.
Ryan, tell William what to do.
Hey, Williams, either send your mailing address to Garry Meier Show at GarryMeier.com, or you can text it to 773-888-2157, and Leslie will get your prize out pronto.
All right. Another Meier Minute will be posted on Monday, and then hopefully we'll have a Tuesday show. We'll keep you posted as we go along here. It's just going to be crazy for the next few days. And here comes the cannoli down the aisle. Please take it. It's delicious and complimentary. What about the schnauzer?
If you find yourself near Darwin, Australia, keep your schnauzer out of the water because something might chomp on it.
The schnauzers love to kiss. The kissing schnauzers. 3 in the green. Gear is down. Flaps are down. The voice of the globe, America's podcast, the GarrForce, has landed.
We have landed. 556, 1 0, 1, crash for 72 about.